This video is for historical, documentary, and educational learning, and a bit of nostalgia. All present and aftermath footage was shot along A.B. Fernandez Avenue near Dagupan City Hall. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to our Then and Now Dagupan City 1990 Luzon Earthquake Aftermath video series. We would like to invite you to watch our previous episodes. If you are tuning in for the first time, just click the link on the upper right corner or click the first two episodes in the description below afterwards. So, let us start and watch the first video clip. Now, as you can see from the first video clip, we could see two buildings. The one on the left is a twin building with establishments Lim Pan and Gapuz commercial. Then the other structure on the right is a two-story building with a shoe store named Fitwalk. These two structures were not demolished after the earthquake, although the one on the left had a slight tilt. It remains standing up to this day. However, the one on the right was renovated or remodeled decades after, as you can see from the present video. As an addition, if you saw the huge electric pole leaning towards the road a while ago, I think the same electric pole can still be seen in the present clip shown here. And now for our second clip, let's watch this. For the second clip, when I was scouting for the present location and comparing it from the old footage, at first it was hard to determine where are the buildings in the aftermath video clip. Fortunately, the electric pole gave some clue, and the vertical lines on the facade of this building is the same as the one in the present video footage. Plus, the St. Joseph Drugstore is still operating at the same site. Moving forward and on to our third video clip, we are now moving away from the City Hall area and going towards the commercial district of the city, where we will see retail stores, movie houses, and other commercial establishments. And here it goes. As you can see from the old video footage, the first few buildings shown no longer exist in the present video footage. Luckily, I was able to reference my shot by using an old signage, which is what you are seeing right now, pointed by the arrow. Now, the present condition of that signage is long gone, but the oval shaped frame is still attached to the building. That building has been abandoned for decades, and the drugstore, namely Farmacia Flor, is no longer in business. By the way, let us look at the movie showing back then. If we pan back to the old footage, two movies are shown at Lucy Cinema. Based from my research, the banner on top is Ayaw Matulog ng Gabi, which literally translated to English means the night doesn't want to sleep. This is the now showing and main attraction at the time of the earthquake. It starred the husband and wife duo of Mr. Rudy Fernandez and Lorna Tolentino. The second movie is Arrest Patrolman Risal Alih, Zamboanga Massacre, which starred Ramon Revilla Sr. as a disgruntled constabulary patrolman who took hostage of his senior commander, General Batalla, which later led to the latter's death and his aid. For those who don't know the movie culture back then, in the past, most movie houses in the provinces usually run double showing of films. Those current or newly released movies were the main attraction, while the second are old movies, usually at least a year old or more. They do this in order to show the same film to other movie houses and for projectionists to rewind the reels and for film careers to deliver those reels in between movie houses. Also, during those times, when a film was released in Metro Manila, it took Dagupan at least 1 to 2 weeks for them to be shown locally. That is depending if the film is a blockbuster. Plus, films in Dagupan City are shown on a Monday rather than in a Wednesday or Thursday compared to Metro Manila. Dagupan City is the center of movie houses in Pangasinan. People from surrounding towns from east to west of the province travel to Dagupan City to enjoy some movie magic and entertainment. During the earthquake, Dagupan City have at least 5 movie houses which show English and Filipino titles for everyone to enjoy. Finally, for our last clip for this episode, but before that, please like and subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell if you enjoy this video series. Now, for our last video clip for this episode, let's watch this. For our last clip, we can see another movie theater shown in the video, namely CSI Cinema. During the earthquake, this was considered a brand new or modern movie theater in the city. I think it was just a few years old, and unfortunately, it had to close in an instant because of the earthquake. On the front of the building, you can also see a Magnolia ice cream sign. This is La Suerte Restaurant. This was a popular Chinese and pansiteria restaurant back then. Plus, it was also an ice cream house. I remember eating there with my father, and we would order a pint of ice cream. Then you could request the ice cream pint to be sliced in half. They would precisely cut a frozen ice cream and each container in half. I really don't know how they do it, but it was amazing. Probably they use a huge cleaver and slice it in half. Then, adjacent to La Suerte Restaurant is Malicdem Optical, which fortunately is still operating and it still exists. On the next old video footage, you could see a closed Cindy's restaurant with some people and an ice cream machine placed outside. Cindy's restaurant, from what I know, was the first mainstream fast food restaurant in the city. It started operation way before Jollibee set foot in town. Unfortunately, the building is long gone, but thankfully and with good foresight, I was able to shoot a picture of its shell while it was still being demolished in 2015 as shown here. To summarize the last video clip, here is Malicdem Optical, La Suerte, Samsung Enterprise, another store, then I think the entrance to CSI Cinema. I do not know the number of frontage enterprises of this building, but the last remaining windows was the Cindy's restaurant. You could base it from the slanted roof extension on the second floor. That's it for our third episode. I hope you like it. Tune in next time for our succeeding episodes. Thank you and see you later.